What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol PATH for UiPath Inc. On the left-hand side, we do have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First thing I need to let you know is that they did give us an earnings announcement after the bell today, so let's flip on the extended hours session and see what's going on with the number. So, without even zooming in, you can clearly see a big red candle to the downside. Let's, for the sake of today's video, assume that we're opening on a gap down, with the open being somewhere down here. Let's call it, let's grab the other tool first. That would be a good start. We'll grab the price level. There we go. Let's say that the open is going to be somewhere around 57.71 and the overnight low is going to be down there 57.41. Remember, as I said, a lot can happen between now and 9:30. These numbers are subject to change, but what this is going to do is give us a framework to operate within. That way we can make a trade and sort of navigate the bell really at 9:30. So the first thing we always think about whenever we're dealing with a gap is, of course, the fact that we could get a gap and trap, meaning that in the case of a gap down, we're looking for a long up to fill the gap towards 62.19. So what that might look like would be opening here, failing to take out the overnight low, trading back up through the open. You're looking for a long to take us home into 62.19. Now that's a pretty optimistic target, right? This is a significant range to travel all in one day, but it's entirely doable on an earnings catalyst. So not completely off the table. I would imagine, you might want to watch out for the 50% gap fill. So let's go ahead and mark that in just as of right now. Again, if that's going to be the supposed open up to here, we might find some resistance early, right around 60 the whole number. So keep that on your radar. Not saying it has to completely turn around there, but look for a little bit of resistance again at that area there. Now the flip side of this coin is, of course, the gap and go, meaning that if we open here, consolidate down here, never trade back up through the open, you're looking for the short to take it lower underneath the overnight low. In that case, you're looking at a target from next daily areas of support and resistance, and you can clearly see here that would be going down into essentially no man's land, right? We don't really have any prior data here except for this low that was put in at 57 the whole dollar. So maybe that's an area to pay attention to, but after that, there's no saying how low it could go. And if we go on over to the trade tab, what you'll notice is that you're not going to short this via shares, and the put volume is okay, right? So maybe if you are so inclined to short it, you could do it via puts. Wouldn't be my first choice as we go into uncharted territories, but do know that that option is available, no pun intended. In terms of other structure that we're seeing from this daily perspective, obviously underneath us, we're not going to speculate as to how far it could go. Just know, there's just monitor for continuation, as we always say, right? Just use a trail stop if you do decide to short it via puts, and just be patient and don't jump into this long out of the gates. If we do start to see that downside scenario develop to the upside, if we get a gap and trap, make it all the way up to the low of today and move higher, what's the next area to pay attention to? Arguably right up here, the top of this range at 65.30. Again, do you really think that it's going to put in a daily candle that looks something like this? I would argue it's not the most probable scenario, but we can't write it off completely. So 65.30 is the next structural area of resistance that I'm seeing from this daily chart. So if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the insight specifically about the framework on how to trade the gap down, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked down below in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.